You were saying one change to the motion?
Yeah, tab 5.
Yeah.
That's something to do.
Okay.
All right, welcome everyone. I'll call this meeting of July 22nd, 2026 of the council to order at approximately 6 p.m. We have all members of council present except for Councillor Adele McDonald, who is present. And we have one change to the, well, a couple of changes to the agenda. So for the agenda, under presentations, we were to have the Annapolis Royal Fire Department, and that will not be happening this evening. Instead, we'll have a brief presentation by Katie Kumpula, who's a student of AWEC, who's with us this evening. Under the in-camera section, we have two additions. One is contract negotiations and the other is personnel matter. So which brings to 4 the items under in camera. Are there any other additions or changes to the agenda? Hearing none, the agenda is approved by unanimous consent. We have several minutes to go through. So first, the emergency meeting minutes of June 11th, 2026. Are there any errors or omissions? Hearing none, those minutes are approved by unanimous consent. We have the public meeting minutes, June 17th, 2026. Any errors or omissions? Hearing none, these minutes are approved by unanimous consent. We have the council minutes of June 17th, 2026. Any errors or omissions? Hearing none, those are approved by unanimous consent. That we can move on to presentations, and we no longer have the fire department. So we have Katie. Now, am I pronouncing your name right? How do you pronounce your last name?
Kumpala.
Kumpula. Katie Kumpula. The floor is yours to present your idea to council.
Don't want to waste anybody's time. I don't really know if I have many ideas. I'm here to hear from you and to connect between the school and the council. I will be reaching out to my school principal soon, and communicate with her to see if there's anything that she would like me to mention to you, but besides that, I don't really have anything as of this moment.
Which is wonderful. It answers the main question we have. It's the position of the school. Yes, please, go for it.
We're very thrilled to have you reaching out. We really want to have a close relationship with the schools and also with the young people in town.
I'm very happy to be here.
Yeah, and we think that young people are critical to the future of this town. And we're trying everything we can to help encourage people to be involved. I'll make a little bit of a advertisement on Sunday. We're doing a cleanup in the town, and we've just started something that hopefully we can continue for other volunteer opportunities. So we were given the information that it's helpful for students to be able to track volunteer hours and receive certification for them. So we've developed a certificate, can you hold it up quickly? That can be signed by my whoever, the mayor and whoever else is present at the event, to say the person's achieved a certain number of hours, and then that's official documentation. So we'd be very happy if you shared that with your principal and encouraged anyone to, you know, we're very happy to have students involved wherever we can.
Yeah, that's amazing. I will write that down.
And do we have a copy of the poster for Katie that I could send you?
The poster?
Yeah.
For the cleanup?
Yeah.
The
Facebook
post. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
I don't have a hard copy.
No, that's okay. We
We can
it
send,
after the
yeah, we
meeting.
can send, yeah.
We'll send you a copy of the poster, Katie.
Yeah.
So Katie reached out to me on Canada Day,
Oh,
she and her parents, just saying, how do I get involved in town affairs? And I thought, oh, great, came to the right place. Yeah.
Bring friends next time, Katie. Bring your friends next time.
So the questions from Lynn is also a school teacher, so questions from Lynn, Counselor Lynn Meyer.
I would like to encourage you to bring your friends to get involved with the town. And, love seeing the youth. This is your future, this is your town. And, encourage you and your fellow students to come watch council and see what we're all about, see what we do. And, please come as often as you like. Roger comes all the time, yeah, we'll keep company. If you have any ideas, you can present them to us like you did today. If they have any ideas, they can present them like you did today. That was lovely. We appreciate your input.
Thank you.
Counselor Stokowski.
Yeah, I'm just gonna echo what the others sort of said. We are very keen to hear feedback from sort of the younger generations, just to know what sort of issues are really impactful for you, how we can better be serving the younger generations, and we really welcome feedback. So just having you here today is wonderful, and yeah, whatever we can do to support.
I think that this town is really amazing. I don't think it could be like much more perfect. It's really just an amazing town. I love it so much.
We agree, that's why we're here.
Yeah.
And Sandy Millett Campbell is our Chief Administrative Officer. So like you have the student body and you have the principal, like the same thing here, our governing body is the council. But Sandy's the head of everything that is administrative, everything that goes, all of our operations. So we have two parts to us too, like you do at the school. And she's the one who basically runs the town on our behalf.
It's very cool.
So any questions you have, you can direct them to Sandy at any time. And I think once you've talked to the principal and figured this whole thing out, we'd be open to a meeting or whatever the next step is.
Right.
So thanks for coming. You can stay for a few minutes if you wish, or as long as you wish, but you don't have to. And welcome and thank you for coming, Katie. You're welcome. All right, so do we have any public input any public input, anything you wanted to say over and above what you were thinking? We are at all meetings, we allow a few minutes for public input for anything anybody would have to say. Okay, on to new business. So we're on to the exciting world of budgets. We have our Director of Finance this year. Does the other to be one? Sure.
Okay, so I tried to make it a little bit larger, but so I'm just going to go over the first quarter, which would be April to June, and let you know where we're at. So for taxes, we came up a little bit shy of where we thought we'd be, 980 versus 935, but that's due to there were some appeals and assessment changes. Grants in lieu came in a little bit higher, 459 versus 527, and that's because the Nova Scotia Power grant in lieu came in higher. Services provided to other government, 1625. That's just the criminal record checks that really aren't happening at the moment. License and permit fees are what they are. They're up a bit. The fines are up a bit, 17 versus 15. Our rentals are, for the most part, flat, 11 versus 11. Return on investments are trailing a little bit behind, 47 versus 5. Penalty and interest on taxes, they are what they are. We've had a lot of overdue accounts. We've made great strides in the month of July, though, with a lot of those. Concessions and franchises, that is for the most part, it's flat, but there's $1,500 in there. It's an accessibility grant that we got that will be coupled with the renovations at the gym at the academy. It's just for alert panic buttons in the washrooms. Unconditional transfers, they're pretty much flat, and that is just our Department of Justice, 25,000 every quarter, and our equalization grants. Recreation, that's just, I suspect that's just timing. We don't really know when the money's gonna come in. But I don't, there's nothing that alerts me to any concerns there. Marketing, that is our candidate grant, and there's also $10,000 a clean foundation that we received March 31st of last year. I booked it to deferred revenue, brought it into income this year. So budget, we thought would be at 1.602. We're actually at 1.645. And the biggest driver of that, of course, is the grant in lieu that came in higher, the Nova Scotia Power grant in lieu that came in higher than we had anticipated. Are there any questions on the revenue for general operating?
All good news.
No.
Okay, so I'll carry on and I will do the expenses. So under general government, legislative pretty much is flat with plan, and that's just the council remuneration, engineering, legal, things like that. Under general government, it's trailing a little bit behind, but not much, and that is general admin salaries, health and safety, public meetings, Blue Cross, all that. Taxation is trailing a little bit behind, and that's because the repairs to town hall are not happening as fast as we thought they would happen. That's all that is. Or I shouldn't say not happening as fast, they're coming in lower than we had budgeted. Other general admin, that is things like the internet, software, and all that kind of stuff. And that our software costs just a timing difference where we thought we would be. And until we have been with LCDC for a few years, the budget is a little bit not quite as tight as it was before because we still have some learning curves. So then we go to protective services, and the police protection salaries are below budget by a substantial amount. Liz has had to do some scheduling adjustments and things, and so that, and then law enforcement, that's a new phone that we didn't budget for our police chief, so that's what that is. The fire protection, that's pretty much flat. That's just our hydrant tax and our grant to the fire department. Emergency measures have been no cost yet. That's always at the end of the year. And the trees and animals. So we did have budgeted an Ames money to spend for the trees for Ames and tree conservation, just trailing a little bit behind, but I think it's just timing difference. If I go
When
to
you say Ames, what do you mean by Ames?
It shouldn't be Ames, it's FCM.
Oh, FCM, okay, sorry, got it,
okay.
got it.
And then under transportation, which is really roads, that is, I looked over the accounts. There's nothing that jumps out at me. It's just various accounts. I mean, it's only $3,000, $4,000. So nothing jumps out at me there. Road transport, nothing jumps out at me again. That's our paving. Our paving, I think, is now, well, I guess there's a little bit more in July, but I do know it's complete now. Then the sewerage health services. Again, here I looked over it. I can't find anything that jumps out at me. I think it's just a timing difference. Garbage collection, the solid waste expenses are just slightly up, but I don't expect a long-term variance on any of that. Recreation facilities for the most part are flat, 28 versus 30, and marketing 10.7 versus 10.9. There's nothing to note of any importance there. It's pretty much flat. Cultural services, when I look at cultural services, this is, I believe, the library. Yeah, the library costs are slightly coming in above budget, but only slightly.
We had an additional cost of 1,700 that we approved.
We had
It was
budgeted that.
We
Yeah,
had budgeted,
Oh,
okay, so
yeah.
we're still running ahead,
yeah.
okay.
It could be extra cleaning or cleaning supplies. It's just slightly off. I'm not even worried about it. It's less than $1,000. Economic development. So this is going to be, it's going to carry forward for the rest of the year. This will be over budget because we have some broadband. We have about $2,000 of broadband that we discovered that we didn't budget, we didn't really know to, but their maintenance costs, so that's gonna be in there. And then fiscal services, that's just the bank services are slightly below budget. And conditional transfers, they're flat 76.5 versus 76.7. So we thought we would be at 856, 759 the end of June, but we're actually at 946,080. Some of our costs are reduced. Some could be timing difference, and again, the driver here is our Nova Scotia Power Grant and Loan. So all good news really for the town operating. Any questions on the expenses?
Anybody has a question?
Yeah.
Just want to confirm, can you let them know about the invoice that came in from the school board that was higher?
Yes. So, yeah. So we had budgeted, I thought I had budgeted a high number for the school board. So last year, our school board was, I need to call that up. Just see here. Just
Of course,
bear-
when while Melanie's looking, just to remind you that when we pass our budget, we don't get the school board amount at the time
Oh,
of
we-
our passing our budget, it always comes in later.
Yeah,
And then this time it came in, it was a hard hit, I think, like 50 grand over what we
Yeah.
had thought, but.
yeah. So I had budgeted, so last year, the year before it was at 170 something, then I budgeted, I think 179, it came in at 188 last year, 188.7. So this year I budgeted 200,000 and I think it's coming in around 250.
Ooh, so it's a big drop.
Oh yeah, that'll be a big hit to our budget.
Yeah.
That'll wash the Nova Scotia Power money away.
Sorry. Deputy Mayor Robertson, the formula isn't something that's predictable, so you can't like calculate and anticipate, it's just a matter.
No,
They
we
don't give it
cannot.
transparency and you deal with what comes.
Yes.
Yeah, and like it was just passed, they just passed it, so that's long after our budget was passed in March. And I thought bumping it up by 20,000 was a good thing, but it wasn't enough.
Counselor Myers, so there's no pattern of percentage increases over the years? No. Another question, do they also give you the increase in amount of enrollment when you're
Yes, they
given
do.
that?
Yes, they do. Yep, they do.
So do you know what that was?
I can get that to you. I don't have that right in front of me right now, but yes, I definitely have that.
Can we get that for each year then? You gave us 4 numbers, 170, 179, 187, 250. Do we get it for all years?
Yeah, I will have to get that from the school board. I just have the current one.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just give a breakdown of the current year.
Yeah. The good thing is that enrollment's up.
That's good.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It absolutely is.
Any other questions for Melanie on Q1 operating budget? Okay.
So, move this. So this is our general capital and water capital. We haven't spent any in water capital yet. But our washrooms at the academy, we budgeted 300,000. The end of June, we spent about 14. And that was just on, I think, a study. The police car, we budgeted 85. It came in at 77. The website upgrade, we've budgeted 50. At the end of June, it had come in at 2. We haven't spent any money on the shoreline restoration at this point. And the Chapel Street Force Main, we have finished that. We had 176 left over from last year. We've spent 176.6. So that's where we were the end of June. On the capital, are there any questions on that?
How did we do with the last rain? We didn't have a whole lot of rain, but,
I have not been able to talk to Canada's.
oh, right, you're just back today. Okay, no, nothing to do with the numbers, no.
I didn't get back until today. I wasn't here until today, so,
I know you're coming in at 3:30 or something.
yeah.
We understand. Okay. All looks good.
And I've got one more,
Water?
the water. Yep, so,
That's.
the metered sales, so the metered sales are the old rate because this goes to the end of June. But our next water bill that will go out will be the end of September, so that will have the new rates in it. So we should see a greater amount than what we had budgeted. Because this budget was based on our old numbers, our old rates. So our metered sales, residential, commercial, they're flat, they're right on track. Interest income is down. We thought we'd be around 2,000, but we're only at 4. So that's a note. We thought we'd have 71.4 the end of June, but we came in at 69.7, which is really immaterial. Now we always get a quarterly bill from the county for our water, but we didn't receive it and we still haven't received it yet. So you see a huge variance. We thought we'd have a bill for 27.5. We haven't got anything yet. So just be mindful of that when we get to the bottom line. Other than that, really, some things are a little over, some things are a little under. But when we come to the bottom line, we're 28. We thought we'd be negative 28. We're negative 17. But really, if we take into account that invoice that hasn't come in yet, we're right where we thought we'd be. I don't see anything unusual here. Really, I don't.
Questions for,
Yep.
on the capital budget? Okay, well, that looks good, Melanie.
Yeah, we're right on track with everything. So
Yeah, for the first quarter, yes.
yeah,
thank
for the
you
first
so much.
quarter, yep. Okay,
So are you leaving us now?
I'm leaving you now.
Well, thank
Have a good
you.
evening.
Thank
you.
All right, thank you, ladies. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
I,
So I did find our enrollment distribution.
Okay,
So the town of Annapolis Royal is paying for 48 students
okay,
at that amount of money. So the county of Annapolis has 1,991 students. The town of Annapolis Royal has 48 students and town of Middleton has 235 students. So for Annapolis County, that's 2,274 students in total. And Melanie can give, I just have that.
Yeah.
for
Yeah, so
September.
I'll try to get the previous years for you.
it'll just be
Okay.
educational for us.
yeah, be interesting
that's
to know
fine.
what it is per student. per head.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Sounds good.
Melanie.
You do
All
it.
right.
Thank you.
Okay,
Have a good
bye-bye.
evening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Just say for each year to see if it,
Oh, it always goes, yeah.
check per
How fast
patterns.
it's going
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Inflation.
It's all good. Okay, so we're on to unfinished business. The Hub Comfort Center volunteers. I have my condo meeting with the board, the condo board tomorrow evening.
Yes,
And
we
that's-
didn't wanna lose that.
It's on the
Yeah.
agenda, yeah. No, and I told them the importance of having it updated with the fire situation on, so.
And so we also should have, if councils are looking to volunteer at the hub, we will also take your names and put it on the list for our call out.
Yeah.
So if there is like a fire, we have to open up our community hub for our comfort center. And we just need some names to call to set it up to be there to make coffee. I think that's basically all it.
Lynn's on it,
Yeah.
I'm on it, yeah.
Okay.
You can't be on because you're on
No.
the first responder. With your fire and all the rest of it, and your first aid, and no, we're sending you out there.
So yeah, so last week when we had the.
It might send me back to you.
They were reaching out to see if we were ready to open and how many volunteers, and so we need to have the list updated. It needs to be. So.
Got it. So I will report back on what the condo is doing. Okay, now we're on to recommendations of committees, boards, and commissions. We'll start with committee of the whole. And who's going to start?
I don't mind. Counselor Sikowski, I move that council rescind the heat pump and solar panel policy number 2022-07 dated July 2022.
I will second that.
All in
Councillor
favor?
Myers. Aye.
Aye, motion carried. Motion 2.
Councillor Myers, I move that council approve the non-substantive changes to heritage properties policy number 2026-07, July 2026.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carried. Motion 3, there's a new draft for you.
Oh, okay. Counselor Robertson, I move that council approve human resources procedures and policy number 2026-08 dated July 2026.
Counselor Sikowski seconds that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carried. Motion 4.
Counselor Sikowski, I move that council appoint Chief Elizabeth Liz Montgomery as the traffic authority for the town of Annapolis Royal for the term ending December 31st, 2026.
Councillor Myers will second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carried. Wonderful. We go to Planning and Heritage Advisory Committee.
Councillor Myers, I move that council approve that the application at 644 St. George Street be given heritage approval to construct a lean-to greenhouse as detailed in the application 26-14-HER, providing the requirements of the land use bylaw are met.
I'll second that. Counselor Robertson.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carried. Motion 6.
I move that, no. Let me see, sorry, it's tab 6, motion 6. I move the council approve first reading of the amendments to the land use bylaw to rezone lands of Shelley and Steve Diet located at 52 St. Patrick's Lane, PID 05000328 from residential single unit RSU to residential 2-unit RTU to permit the development dwelling unit within an existing accessory structure pursuant to the application site plan and building design details dated June 3rd, 2026.
Counselor Sikowski seconds that.
All in favor? Okay.
One more.
Is 52 St. Patrick's right at the end there?
Yes,
Right at the end.
just as you're going down.
Because when I look at pictures online, I could see an old building, but the new building is there now. Where the new building is?
Yes,
I think it's
it's in the existing structure.
Right.
They're not building, they just want to have,
Right, the existing building.
yes.
Okay, I just wasn't looking in the picture that was online, was on the same. Motion 7.
All right, so Counselor Sikowski, I move that council set the public hearing date for the amendments to the land use bylaw to rezone 52 St. Patrick's Lane, PID, 05000328 from residential single unit RSU to residential 2-unit RTU to be September 1st, 2026 at 5:00 p.m.
Councillor Myers will second that.
All in favor?
So on my sheet, it had 6 o'clock.
Oh,
So are we doing 5 o'clock?
It is 5 o'clock, against the council, the committee of the whole.
Maybe the whole meeting. Okay, so then our committee, of the whole meeting, let's start right after that.
Yep.
Okay,
so 5:00 p.m.
So probably like 5:15 would be. Yeah, you're good.
So the time is good for 5
Yeah.
o'clock?
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Thank you. Motion 8.
Councillor Myers, I move that council send a letter drafted by the Environmental Advisory Committee in response to residents' concern of pharagmites abatement.
Counselor Robertson, I second that.
Any discussion?
Was a robust discussion in the environmental advisory committee, and it's a difficult situation because what you might do to ameliorate it will destroy all the risk environment around it. So we gave the advice we could, but it's a problem across Canada.
All right, all in favor? Aye, motion carried. Wonderful. We move on to reports from committees, boards and commissions. And you have my report already. just a few things that didn't make it into the report. The Naval Day Committee is looking for something different from the politicians this year in presentation. So if anybody's got any ideas, please convey them.
Something different. Make
Yeah,
everybody a hat like the one I wore last.
and the other thing is for the parade, you might think, what are we gonna do?
Mhm.
Tidal Transit, distributed those little crayons that I showed you, so anyway, if you have ideas, please let me know. But we need to be present and in the parade, and it's remember when, so who's going?
Oh, I'm planning to be here the whole weekend.
Anyway, we need creativity.
Yeah.
We have to come up with something. Okay,
Like from the past.
right, blast from the past.
Are we gonna be walking in the parade or?
That's normally what we do, but if you have different ideas, let me know, and we'll try to coordinate something, so.
And the parade route is changed back to the original, right?
That's a
So,
long walk.
So I will send out something on that. The second is for the Federal Liberal Caucus Retreat. We'd hit on two, and I'm sure, sorry, these should have been in my report, but didn't make it. We discussed two things, talking about the 400th anniversary of the death day of Pierre Degas in 2028, and the other was talking about guaranteed income. Are you still okay with those two things?
Yes.
So if you're okay with those, the other thing is, again, for Naval Day, there's gonna be a Freedom of the Town event.
No,
And for the 72nd Regiment of, no, so 84th Highlands Regiment. Do we have a gift for them in the safe? I'm thinking we don't, because
we don't buy them a gift usually.
No, and past Freedoms of the Town, we've extended a town key. Okay,
No, yeah, we can, yeah.
so is there anything we need to do there? This question.
No, that should be all looked after by the committee.
Okay, all right, taken care of. And just information, the 400th anniversary of the death of Pierre Degas. We did get a response from Parks Canada. There is a file on Chief Member 2 and a plaque. But nothing on Pierre Degas. So they've sent us the papers for filing national historical significance. And
so has member two already been designated as a person, or
Well-
do we need to?
well, that's the
Continue to
question I have for them, but they said the plaque is already there, they sent me the background, so I will explore that further. And Christine, our town crier, is willing to help me with the application for Pierre Degas. So
Excellent.
we'll follow up, but Parks Canada did get back to us with the procedures and what was filed and what wasn't filed. So that's just in addition to my little report. We'll move on to the CAO's report, which is next. Any questions for our CAO on that?
No.
One thing that is not in the report is, we've been asked to go to Cape Breton, I think, in September. Yeah, right. By Clean Foundation, they had a summit conference
Right,
to
right.
present on the shoreline project.
Great.
That's something that just came up,
Well, we have a meeting about that in August.
Yeah.
Or Quebec,
Yeah.
so.
to find out more.
Nice.
You have the planning services report, the water report, everything was good there. You've got the Valley Regional Services Board, you're okay with the reports that you're getting from them on tidal transit? Okay. Planning and Heritage Advisory, any questions for Councillor Myers on that report? I had one question, but I don't remember it. Yes, the application that came in, there was one application that came in for the property with the greenhouse. And the question I had was, it had the names blotted out, but it didn't appear to be a completed application. Anyway, so that was
It would
just,
go back to.
it would go
Ken
back,
If
okay.
it wasn't completed.
so it would go back to him,
Yeah.
great, that was it,
And we also already just approved that.
sorry.
The green, was that the greenhouse?
Yes,
Yeah, you've
Oh.
approved that.
Annapolis Valley Regional Library Board, as the library. I would just say in that report that the mayor of Kemple is Andrew Zebian, it's a Z, not an S.
Yes.
And
You're not
Adele's
me.
not here, Councillor Donald's not here. You also have a report from the communications task team. Any questions about that report? I would just say, I think, Councillor Psychowski, you're on that. The council needs to see the terms of reference to approve them.
I've only been able to make one meeting,
So they've apparently,
I've been
developed-
going to it too, but we haven't been discussing terms of reference, so we'll get back to them.
That's great. Okay. On to the Environment Advisory Committee Task Team and Deputy Mayor Skinner.
Yeah, the report generally, further to a discussion a little bit earlier. The committee is planning to put together a one-day event in the fall that will deal with, emergency response related to climate. So, they're already talking to Remo and various other people to come and present and look at maybe having Fire Smart come in and show people what we can do, which last week felt like it was very relevant.
Yeah,
So,
it was. We've received no correspondence, which is highly unusual.
sorry, could I just add, so there's no pool report, for this month. We don't meet during the summer because that is,
they're busy in the fall.
yes, so the reports will resume in
I can attest to
September.
being busy in the pool.
Yes, and there's also no police chief or board of police because we'll be meeting in September, so.
Thank you for that. Unusually, we have no correspondence. Usually we have lots from the province.
Mhm.
Anyone? Okay. Therefore, we've concluded our agenda. And, before we go into camera or request a motion for the camera, I would like to thank Katie for coming. Thank you, Roger, for participating. And we'll go into camera, and of course, the public is excluded from in-camera meetings. So thank you, and Katie, for coming. We appreciate your time and your ideas.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for coming. And Roger, thank you too for being here.
And may I ask, is there anything on the agenda that makes anyone suspicious that you'll come back into open session?
I'll ask the CIO.
None this evening.
Thank you.
Okay.
So we're going into camera for the minutes and two contract negotiations and two personnel.
Is section 22 of the municipal government act.
I
Thank you for
made
that.
that exception 22, it was municipal government, except for moving camera.
Do we have a seconder? Will the same two move us out of camera?
Yes.
Thank you. And I have to say, Lord, it's been a seamless transition. I guess because of the good work that Kim did and the good work you did